Hi. Hold on. It's Pero's birthday. Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit, dude. Uh. Okay, but like, what? Sorry. Which Pero are we talking about? Are we talking about Fuamoko's Pero, or are we talking about or are we talking about like another VTuber's Pero, like a Face Connect member Pero? Chat, who are we talking about? Oh lord, you sound rough. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's rough. I had a bad week again. Well, it's not that bad of a week. But I was the one having a bad week, not necessarily everyone else, cause just got sick, I guess. My comment became your content yesterday. I don't know which comment you're referring to, but I'm guessing you mean the. Maybe you mean the. Like my second channel, maybe. My editor uploaded 2 videos on the second channel, so yeah. Oh, Risu? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it truly did, huh? Yep. It did very well, too. I was surprised. Because, I talked at length a little bit about how my second channel has been, like, suffering lately. And then that fucking clip, for some reason, took off a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, it's not... Just a little bit, but I still appreciate that, yeah. Go on, Usagi, make your internal problems their external problem. True! That's just how it is, man. Wait, hold on. Which Pero are we talking about, though? Are we talking about Fuamoko? Like, they're... The... Yep, okay, never mind. We are talking about Fuamoko. I thought we were talking about, like, a Face Connect member or something. Yeah. Damn. Like, I thought some of you misspelled Pero into Peo. Or Peo into Pero. Or something. But hey, it is their birthday. Dude, this fat fuck is asleep. What are we doing? Oh, 5 minutes too, so we literally streamed at the same fucking time. Oh well. Well, it is what it is. Mr. Nasagi, have you covered the Bao face reveal yet? Oh no, I have not. I have not, but I saw it in passing. I scrolled over it, but I guess we can. Cause I've seen Bao's face. I've seen Bao's face like 3 years ago. I'm not that surprised, or I'm not really like particularly shocked. A recession indicator. So I guess she's more open to like flesh posting now. It's not this one. It's not this one. It was the one where like her face was in full display. Bao the whale clips. I have a question. Is Bao going on like a tour or something? Cause I'm surprised there's so many, like, she's super open about like showing her face now. Not that I necessarily think it's a good thing, but it's like a phase, right? I don't know what's going on in her live stream. Not like she hides herself much when she goes in con. That is true. Live reviewing Viet street food. Oh, she's in Vietnam right now. She went back to Vietnam, I guess. I think she's revealed before. Yeah, she's not that shy about showing her face. She doesn't really show her face all that much, but she's not opposed to it every single time. Okay, do you guys have any idea? In Asia, in Southeast Asia, or in East Asia in general, actually, those teeth are very attractive. Yeah. I always thought Numi would be I mean, Bao has always was never shy about doing face reveals before. Which one was it? Which one was it? Which one was it? Oh, it's okay. She's doing a gym thing. It seems like she's on tour or something, because there's a lot of clips from her IRL streams. Yeah, I'm gonna imagine she's just doing a live stream of her time in Vietnam. Oh, it was this one. This was the one I saw. Face reveal jump scare. I mean, she looks fine. She looks okay. My VTuber Ochi is a hag. Yeah. Bro, it's suddenly talking about no, it's not even SEA server teeth fetish. It's just like that thing where the teeth protrudes out, juts out of the mouth a little bit. Is like kind of attractive for a lot of people. Yeah. What is the retweets for this? There can only be 3 reactions to this. 1, she's super fucking ugly. 2, she's super fucking pretty. 3, she looks alright. Or something along the lines of what's it called? Like something along the lines of, oh my god, fucking VTubers doing face reveals, fucking ruining VTubing or blah blah blah. Guess the OF stuff isn't making enough money? Whoa, dude. I'm not a VTuber person, but since when have VTubers shifted to being flesh tubers? Well, like since 2021, it used to be like small exceptions. Well, not just small exceptions to be honest. More like it was like an occasional thing. There were people who did flesh streams, but had VTuber models. You know, we had people like Unigiri, for example, and shit like that. Yeah, we had of course there's a K-Son example. You know, among many other people, but yeah. There she goes again. Go fix your receding hairline. You ever heard of minoxidil? Try that. Oh, I remember that. She's not even fat. I was lied to. No, this can't be real. God damn. Universal face. I don't know what that means. VTuber. Bark, bark, bark. She's hot. Yep. Like I'm telling you guys, there's only 3 reactions to this. I'm surprised I haven't seen... Yeah, okay. Flat as a board, mid-looking foid. I love the word foid. People are VTubers because they're ugly. That is still true. Most people are VTubers because they're unconventionally attractive. Yes. The people that the reason why people think they're attractive is because either 1, people's standards are so fucked, or 2, the people that reveal themselves are the ones that are only the people that reveal themselves, which is really only like a small, very, very, very small fraction of VTubers, by the way, are not that attractive. Are that attractive. And because they're attractive, people get this impression that they're super pretty. But a lot of people are not. There's a reason why they don't do face reveals, because at best they're mid, and at worst they're ugly. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, by the way. Like, most VTubers are fat. Like, most VTubers are kind of fat. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just that is literally the reason why people become VTubers. I also don't get this, by the way. Like, I don't get why people have this fucking why people try to shit on VTubers when they do VTubing because they're fucking ugly. That's the fucking point. Like, is it like that's the point? People are ugly, and especially because it matters to women more that looks matters to women more in the streaming space. They choose to be VTubers because they don't have to deal with any of that bullshit. They're fucking ugly. Like, it's not really that. I'm not like talking about Bao here. I'm talking about in generally every single person that does VTubing. Like, for example, there's a VTubing versus IRL wave that happened like last week, and I saw that I saw that many people posting here are quite rotund. Right? For example, for some reason, this picture, oh, wow. Blatantly fucking, oh, wow. Hey, man. I respect the hustle, I guess. But, yeah, there's a lot of these VTuber versus IRL stuff that happened a couple of weeks ago, where they're not that rotund. They're not that thin. And even if they are not that even if they are kind of thin or they are kind of fit, they won't show their faces. You know why? Because a lot of the time, they have like decent bodies, but they have mid faces. Again, the point of VTubing is that you try to hide how unconventionally attractive you are, which makes me question why people do this at the same time. Because if that's the point, then, you know, why show your faces? We have one over here. I don't think it is ugly. Oh wow, Jesus Christ. Bro is mogging on everyone. Fuck. Yeah, there we go. It's not. Fuck, she looks like my type. Okay, wow, this stream is gonna get fucking bad. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, this is like that's literally it. But at the same time, this kind of defeats the purpose, no? This kind of defeats the purpose of you trying to hide how your body looks like. He is scrolling. Well, I mean, it's Twitter friendly. I know nobody's gonna post their full tits out or something. Maybe like a little bit suggestive on their VTuber versus IRL, but no way people are gonna post shit like this. Yeah. You know who's qualified to do VTuber versus IRL? Me. And Parrot. Because we're not VTubers. Or mascot characters. You call them shrimp, right? Bro, hell yeah, brother. Remove the head, eat the body type. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you. Like this whole like this whole IRL thing goes both ways. Like I don't necessarily dislike people showing their faces on Twitter or as regular part of their content. There's an extent where if you are a VTuber and you show your faces occasionally, or if you live stream some IRL stuff sometimes, like once a year, twice a year or something, I'd like to think like you're still a VTuber. If it becomes a regular part of your content, that's probably the line I start questioning if you really are a VTuber. But at the same time, these VTuber versus IRL trends is kind of weird because it's like, again, if the purpose of you VTubing was to hide how unconventionally attractive you were, then why would you voluntarily post your shit? You know what I mean? And again, nothing necessarily to hate about it, but it makes me curious because I'm not gonna lie, when I see this shit, I can't help but think you're trying to push your OnlyFans or your Fansly. I can't help but think that way. Because a lot of the, like we've scrolled through them already. Through a lot of them already. A lot of them are full-blown thirst traps. A lot of them are full-blown stuff that I would see or imagine you posted to your Fansly. Like, you know, actual studio level or like with decent lighting and shit like that. So I can't help but think this is just an attempt to push your Fansly. Shit like this is fine. Because, you know, this is not necessarily suggestive and shit like that. But most of them are. A lot of them are at least. Yeah. Kason is not a VTuber. I would give the pass to Kason, to be honest. Because originally she was not a VTuber. She was and she wasn't. She always did. She was always mixed media, even before she joined Hololive. And now she's sticking to a little bit of. Because here's the thing, Kason ran the experiment for us. She said EN bros prefer if she show her IRL. Meanwhile, JP bros don't prefer that she prefer her 2D. So because she has like a decent mix-up of two audiences, she tries to mix and match them both. Sometimes combines them together. I would like to think Kason is the exception to that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Same for Onigiri. Yeah, same for Onigiri. I would like to think. Oh wow, she's pretty. But that's Deputy Aru, and this was 2023. So. Like, it's the same way where Amelia Watson was mixed media, you know what I mean? Like, Watson, before she joined Hololive, she was a VTuber and she also did IRLs, both at the same time. And now she's committing full-time to VTubing, obviously. But, you know, yeah. Phoebe? Oh, Phoebe, yeah. Phoebe is also mixed media. Like I said, I think to constitute as a VTuber, right, like, you really only need to respect the culture and be part of the culture of VTubing. I do agree. Okay, so here's the thing. I do agree that VTubing has some sort. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. I do agree that there are VTubers has like unspoken rules, has its own customs, and I think people should adhere by that. But in order to be called a VTuber, I would like to think you don't have to follow a lot of it, right? Like. My minimum, it may be a little. I'm the guy that like advocates for gatekeeping, right? But my minimum, requirement to be able to call yourself a VTuber is just basically just respecting the culture and participating in it. That's all. That's really all about it for me. I'm not gonna like prod around the fucking details, because a lot of the time, a lot of the rules in VTubing is arbitrary. Like for example, let's do the whole. There are a lot of rules in VTubing that I think a lot of us in the chat here disagree on, right? Like you know, the PL thing. Like even me back then, I disagree. I disagreed with the whole PL thing. I think yeah, I disagreed with the whole PL thing. I think that was kind of cringe. I think it lets a lot of bad actors a little too stuff like that. Definitely calling people out in VTubing is also a thing that's not allowed. How else do you want to say this? I think like, you know, those are the two things I can think of on top of my head, but I'm sure there's more if you give me like 5 minutes to think about it. There are a lot of other more customs in VTubing that people don't like, including myself, that I think are arbitrary. But at the same time, there are rules that I think are hard and should be kept. Like for example, the no politics rule. Yeah, we experience and we see a lot of VTubers that do like politics streams these days, and to be honest, that kind of makes me cringe, right? Even though low-key, I've been dipping my... I say that while I often dip my toes into that, by the way, because I can't fucking avoid it now. But I guess even if we use the argument that... VTubing was gonna go there eventually, I still think it's cringe, because I think the ultimate reason why for VTubing was always supposed to just be escapism, was always just ultimately content. I don't like people when they make the escapism and the entertainment not secondary to the fact of why they're VTubing. Because a lot of tourists come into VTubing not necessarily even because they like the culture, like the medium, want to be a VTuber, but they just have an agenda to spread. That's it. We've seen that so many fucking times. I mean, that's literally the topic of my next video. The video that I made like an hour ago, it's me lambasting on tourists. It's almost like an hour long. Yeah. Just check Vanta Arisa once that's how... once that's... Oh, I don't know who that is. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some coffee. I need coffee. I think it's completely valid to make political VTubing as toxic as possible to make it miserable for them. I agree. But then again, here's the thing, Mythicas. I agree, but if you were already a political if like your main thing was already politics to begin with, aren't you like a bit of a miserable person already? Like there's a certain resistance, you know? Like they're going to be a bit more resistant than others if they already do political content. I'm not gonna lie. Because in my opinion, there's a certain respect that I have for political commentators, political creators, because the thickness of your skin and how you are able to tolerate harassment, doxing attempts, blah 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 blah, like all the bells and whistles that come from that. Like you'd have to have such a thick of a skin. You'd have to be so fucking unbothered to not to put up with that. You know what I mean? It's just not something that I think I'm gonna be able to tolerate. Yeah. Yeah. Does Gersha count as a political VTuber? Hard to say because I don't watch Gersha, but I do remember that her politics was not really even an inherent part of her content. Like the politics that she talks about are stuff that the politics that she talks about are like secondary and just come out from the stuff that she reacts to, or when somebody bring it up in chat. Most of the time, I don't really even see Kersha doing that. Although I see a lot of clips of her in Twitter and in Reddit because of it. She's just gaming a lot of the time. But the answer would probably be a yes, because she makes her politics be more well known. You know what I mean? I don't trust anyone who uses political creator on social media. Yeah, true, because I think like most people are subjective to their fucking experiences. I think in order for, in their opinions rather. I think in order for there to be an actual political creator, it needs to come and like, you know, an actual like good faith, unbiased one. I think a creator needs to be a little bit far removed or not that invested into the stuff that they're talking about to be truly objective. You know what I mean? Because if they don't have skin in the game, then they don't lose or they don't gain anything by not or by talking about it. But at the same time, why would you talk about politics that you're not involved or invested in? You know what I mean? Like that's the double entendre that I'm using the wrong word here. But that's like the ironic thing about being a political commentator. It's like unless you are far removed from it, or unless you actually have good faith, blah 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 from it, you can never truly be objective. That's my opinion. Like for example, oh wait, the key part of thank you Mildy, holy shit, thank you for the 20, dude. I appreciate that. The key part of being a VTuber is privacy, and your face is 3 most important part of your privacy. I agree. I can excuse lewd posting, but the moment you share yourself after becoming a VTuber, you stop being one. I see that. No, I get the I get that. I get that opinion. Trust me, I do. Yeah, cause we just face a lot of creators, I think, that just like VTubing has so much pros, so much stuff built in it that you can use, and no one is taking advantage of it for some reason. And I don't get it. Wait a minute, I just saw this. VTuber versus IRL. Bro is black, but she's actually white? That's crazy. Hey, I don't dislike this, by the way. I don't. In my opinion, if you're a VTuber, you are able to showcase or display or roleplay as any race, literally anything you wanna be. We have white people LARPing as Asians, bro. Right? So this is fine for me. The moment becomes a problem when this person is all about, like, you know, the anti-woke stuff, shit like that, blah 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 blah. Right? And then you pull shit like this. My costume is not your argument. My culture is your costume type of shit. But again, this is fine. I would like to think that this is fine. Yeah. It's just a Gyaru makeup in Japan. I don't think this is Gyaru makeup in Japan. This is like too dark for it to be. Because Gyaru makeup is like tan. Like super tan. But this is like full on black. Full on black rather. I would agree, but a good chunk of black tubers don't agree with you. I think a lot of people just have to be consistent with their opinions, I would like to think. Like, for example, VTubing is supposed to be how you are... my opinion is that in VTubing, you should be able to show yourself however you want. If you're a male, go ahead, and you want to LARP as a female, go ahead and do that. Right? But then... if you're super white and your name is fucking Hiroyuki fucking Taida or whatever, you're LARPing as an Asian. You don't have an Asian name. But yeah, sometimes it's not even just it's not even just that too. It's also like a lot of the costume stuff is culture and shit like that. Like for example, you're super British as fuck and you have a Japanese name. And then you're wearing a Japanese outfit. Yeah, that's cool and all, but like in my opinion, that's fine. So if you have that opinion, then this should be okay for you. You know what I mean? Maybe there's a line. Maybe there's a line that you can cross. That can't be crossed. Like, you know, there's a lot of Filipinos, there's a lot of Southeast Asian fucking brownoids pretending to be white, and we have a lot of whiteys pretending to be brownoids. And I'm okay with that, so I'm okay with this too, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I wouldn't do that. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't do that either, not gonna lie. I feel like if I'm gonna LARP as something, it would be a little bit closer to me, and it's probably gonna be a woman. Yeah. Like, I'm that type of person in RPGs where I'm going to be a woman. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna be a woman. I'm gonna be a girl. I think it's fine because she isn't pretending to be a black. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know this person. Should we do a little bit of a deep dive? Tiap, Pom. All right, let's look at you. Let's look at you. You fascinated me. All right, VTuber Sheep Trans, Artcom, she her fan art. Okay, when did you join? February 2025. Okay, she's super fucking new. All right, are you M to F or M to F? Oh, F to M. Yo, she's white here. All right. Oh, she's Portuguese. All right. She's a furry? No, never mind. That's another person. Oh, wait. Yeah, she is a furry. Can I see your VTuber versus IRL? Where's that picture, bro? I think the sheep is supposed to be. I think the motto is supposed to be sheep, and sheeps are dark skin. Huh. Yeah, she's race swapping. So, look, some are some she's white, right? Like, where is it? Here and here. Some she's white, some she's black. Oh, she is white. She's super white. Let's find a flattering photo of you. I'm guessing this is you. Oh, this is not. Oh my god. I thought it was her, cause it's like, oh, this looks realistic, and it's fucking. This is probably. This is either. Okay. All right, bro. All right. All right. I thought I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I thought this was Wildlife. I know. That's a game. I know. I thought this was Wildlife. I saw it. Oh, this is IRL. No, it's Wildlife. Wait, it's not Wildlife. It has to be like, Red Dead Redemption or something. You guys know what Wildlife is? You guys know what Wildlife is? I mean, I don't know if it's elite baller knowledge, but you know, yeah. Lots of great content in quotation marks coming out from that fucking game. Epic. Same way there's a lot of epic content coming out from fucking Skyrim and shit. What is Wildlife? Oh shit. Okay, I guess I'll explain it for people. Wildlife is this simulation type game. Think of it, yeah, it's like this simulation type of game where you can like make people fuck each other. Like, it's basically a 3D fuck game. I mean, it's not necessarily a fuck game, but most of the time it's used as a fuck game. And people make, porn films from it. Yeah. Is Wildlife like Second Life? No, not really. Not really, no. It's okay. It's okay if you don't know chat. It's like, it's Gunner stuff. It's Gunner stuff. We're good. Oh, yo, wait. My tweet. Yo, my tweet. Whoa. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about this for a bit then while we're at it. Okay. So AK Fox VT. Oh shit. The hot hacker Masterblade. Thank you for joining the stream. And thank you for becoming a member. So let me talk about this for a bit. So there's this person that I've seen on Twitter around named Aka or AKA Fox VT, also called It's Calling Uma. He's the type of person that says, lolicon bad, everything, far left leaning extremism, certain animes, Mushoku Tensei, I mean, she didn't say that. Mushoku Tensei bad, I love Yuris, blah, blah, blah. Then, I knew from January that he was a convicted predator, right? Apparently, back when he was 19, he was dating a 15-year-old, okay? And he tried to dismiss that by saying that that was a mistake, happened because he's fucking 30 years old now. But apparently, it was a mistake that happened over a little bit over 15 years ago, right? And I'm gonna guess, like, okay, I mean, I guess still kind of fucks you up, though. That still kind of makes me think lowly of you. But to a certain extent, maybe, like, I don't think, you should be put in jail if you do that, but maybe there's some sort of redemption that I can see from you happening because of that, right? As controversial as that may sound. But then, breaking sources to Uma Sports that convicted child rapist and ex-Uma terminus, It's Calling Uma, aka Fox VT, was arrested to be an unannounced federal charge on Friday, July 24th. Wow. So he reoffended. And again, he's one of those I hate lollies, fucking just joined anime, just joined fucking these spaces that we inhabit just to fucking do nothing but preach and not even make real fucking proper content about it. All he does is fucking whine and bitch and be angry about on Twitter. So again, reset the clock. Because it seems like a lot of the people, it seems like it's a matter of time for a lot of these people. Right? It's a matter of time for a lot of these people. Lolicons are pedophiles? More like you're a fucking pedophile and you're projecting. God damn. It makes me angry. It makes me super angry. Of course. I mean, you guys know, I don't have to explain myself again with all of this, but it makes me angry because like these people are projecting, making us apart to be like bad people just for doing this shit. For like, for tolerating or being okay with this shit. It's only a matter of time. I'm gonna gamble on that right now. It's really only going to be a matter of time. until like these fuckers, you know, get fucked. Oh shit. Sure. This looks like AI, I'm not gonna lie though. It's projection because they are guilty of what they accuse of being. Yeah, and yeah, true. I would like to think so. Because in my opinion, these people are not interested in being actually good people. They're not. They just want to feel like it. Oh hey, that's my stream. What's this? Not that one. Oh wait. Asmongold got banned? Oh yeah, Asmongold got
I got
banned.
suspended for 2 weeks. I'll probably try to appeal it, see if I can get it down to a week. We don't really know. If not, maybe I'll stream on Kick or something.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna imagine he got banned for the reason that he got banned last time. Probably. What's this? This post violated X rules. However, X has determined that maybe in the public's interest for the post to remain accessible. Uh-oh, never mind. Oh. That's fucking... I'm not gonna read that because I'm gonna get banned. 46 million views, 13k, 8.5k, 17k. Whoa, dude. Absolutely ratioed. Yet Hassan isn't banned? Yeah. I feel like... yeah. Because, like, Twitch has this problem with consistency, I would like to think. Yeah. Twitch has this thing where, you know, Asmongold says, oh, I want them fucking, I don't know what he says in his streams, but let's say he says something along the lines of, I want them illegals killed on site. You know what I mean? But then Hassan says, I want them white people, I want them, America deserves 9/11, and he doesn't get banned. I feel like those two are equal. Those two are the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, why is the other one banned and why is not the and why is the other banned? I do think calling for the death of like anyone is like an extreme thing. I do agree that Asmongold should get banned for that. But like, why is the other person not banned? You know what I mean? Yeah. Politicians who say unhinged stuff don't get taken down. Is Hassan even a politician? I mean, if Hassan is a politician, then Asmongold is a politician. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trash versus God. Hassan gets passed because he leans for the left. I've seen that a lot, yeah. I've seen how the stuff about how he is being favored on Twitch. I saw the clip where he apparently got his birthday got celebrated on by Twitch staff. And yeah, I thought that was pretty fucking weird. I thought that was pretty fucking weird. Yo, people are reacting to my videos. Let's fucking go. Are mean girls in VTubing a problem? Yep. God damn. I also saw fucking Smugalana react to my video. Somebody brought that up to my attention on Discord. What is better to stream on Twitch or YouTube? It depends on the culture. Most of my audiences are on YouTube, so I stream on YouTube. In terms of like streaming experience, I think Twitch is better, but I do in terms of stream experience as a creator, Twitch is better because there's more perks, but I don't know how to use it, so it doesn't that doesn't affect me. But if you're a viewer, probably YouTube, because in Twitch they force ads on you even if you disable it. Yeah. He didn't make what Asmon said. It wasn't even crazy. He said that I used the military on the word. Oh, he didn't make the argument for self-defense. It's only army and police. I see Nico Klaus. Welcome to the Twitch chat. Yeah. We found Felian vids is viral. Yeah, well, I'm gonna react to that. I already prepped the link. Hold on, where is it? Not this one. Not this one. Not that one. Where's the fucking link? Where's the link? Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah. I already prepped the video. We're gonna react to that later. Yo! That's my video! The absolute state of VTubing in 2026. God damn. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Hey, man. And welcome to people reacting to my stuff. Hold on. Also, by the way, chat, this fucking video has been on this on my tab on my browser for like the past 3 or 4 streams, and it's never changed. Holy shit. Also, why is my chat like all fucked up? Update, dude. All right, let's look at the affiliate stuff. Well, we're gonna react to the affiliate stuff, and we're gonna talk about the company scam stuff. So the first time I got wind of this is this video. Fucking Fillion is found. She made a secret channel and is streaming into the void, waiting for the snackers and solve the ARG to find her. And I'm gonna be honest with you people. When I saw this, I immediately said, that's not Fillion. Or, no, sorry. That's not Fillion, but it's probably part of the IRG. Yeah.
I am not Fillion! What if Fillion disappeared, created a new channel called Manta waiting for snackers to...
Does that not sound like Fillion, though?
Wait, how do you know? Spam a name, you Fillion! I'm not Fillion! Why are these people saying Fillion 3 times already today? Like, at this point, I'm trying to...
There's an obvious, like... There's a tinge in her voice. She has an accent that makes it obvious that she's not Fillion. But when you look at the model and like when you hear her or the first 5 seconds, it kind of sounds like Fillion, yeah. There's a certain she's European. Yeah, that accent is definitely European. Like let's hear her talk. That's probably Italian or French. Let's see.
Already today. Like, at this point, I'm trying to ignore it, but I can't. I've only just started stream, and it's the only fucking conversation. Whatever you guys.
Yeah, she's either French or she's either from the Netherlands or she's either French. Yeah, it's one of them.
Ever fucking bring up? Do a flip. I will do a flip. Yeah, you ready? You ready? You ready? Here it comes. Fuck you.
Good, nice. She's Dutch? I can confirm. Oh shit. Yo, dude. Which country is Dutch again? That's Netherlands, right? Dutch. Yeah, baby! My guess was accurate. My guess was super fucking accurate. And is this VTuber named Manta? How did she pop off? Hold on. I was gonna watch this clip. Actually, let's just watch this clip, yeah. Let's look at your Twitch. I'm gonna imagine she had like an explosion of views from this. 7K? Alright. How about her Twitch though? Twitch.tv Twitch.tv/Manta VT. Probably got like 10K. Oh. Probably like got 10K followers. Dude! I'm retarded. I'm retarded. Oh, there we go. 12. Okay. Yo, the explosion is so obvious. Look at this, okay? 31K views on a 20-hour subathon or raceathon, I guess. And then the next one is 7. Wow, dude. She's gonna have a peep. She's gonna have her peepa moment. She's gonna fucking she's gonna be like Discount Pecora for something or something. But like Fillion, dude, fucking snackers are so fucked. Like they're so Fillion starved that they're fucking taking anything and anyone that looks like Fillion. Fuck. Can you check the account activity? Yeah, I can go Twitch tracker. Twitch tracker.com/Manta. You mean her SC moment? Well, I mean, SC is different because SC got popular because of the World Cup. But I'm talking about like her. I'm talking about when a VTuber, when a VTuber kinda somewhat resembles like another VTuber or is memed to be similar to this other VTuber, and then you get compared to them, and then that's actually a huge part of their a small fraction of their audience actually becomes your main audience. Yeah, something like that. Let's see. She had a spike in 2023. I'm gonna imagine this is a collab or she got raided over here. Another one in 2024. But she's been a low 2 view. And then she exploded. Okay. What's your follower count, right? follower count. I'd feel bad if I got popular or some behavior would sound like someone else. Yeah, true. True. So, oh, it's 3K. The gain so far is 3K. Up 54%. I mean, hey, if she's fun, then she's fun. People accidentally found a gold mine.
Oh yeah, this is the 5-minute video. Yeah, we saw this. Oh, we found it on Twitter though. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't know there was a YouTube video. What the fuck? Oh, thanks for the shout out, bro.
Yeah, the way she talks is kind of similar to Fillion. You can already fucking hear it.
Oh, we found it on Twitter though. Oh,
see
what
that?
The fuck? I didn't know there was a YouTube video. What the fuck? Yo, thanks for the shout out, bro. Abel was here before as well. I don't know if he's still here. I didn't know you had a YouTube.
How would you guys start out as a VTuber? No, actually, no. I was gonna explain my strat, but I'm not gonna spoil it, because, you know, if you have a business idea, don't share it, obviously.
She does sound like Philly. I'm not.
All I wanna be when I'm a VTuber is a woman. If I'm a woman, fuck, I'd be so OP. I'd be such a whore.
Liars.
But like a based kind of whore.
But you're liars. If not Philin, why Philin slave? Okay, this guy.
You think Manta learned English by watching Fillion? I mean, maybe. That does happen. Like, we have a lot of people. So, chat. We have a lot of people who really like Shylily to an extent that they pick up a lot of Shylily's like voice patterns and even the way that she talks and her vocal tics. I've seen like 4 VTubers that are like that. I can't name them on top of my head, but it's weird that I found 4 of them. And I thought that was pretty weird, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, I guess.
This guy, he makes a point. I am kind of feeling coded.
But Sagi, you have news. True, but I would have to be the one that's doing it. Cause the plan that I have when I do become a VTuber, not that I'm going to, but let's say magically I became a woman and I can just be a VTuber, it's diabolical. Okay, I'd be low-key I'd be cancelled in like 2 years, 1 year even, but I'd make so much fucking money. I'd be as infamous as, what's his face? I'd be as infamous as as Miauba, or as Christian, and people would still goon to me. Yes.
A little bit. She just copies my personality, not the other way around. I've always been like this. You hear Panko? I had some people say that I sound like Panko as well.
Sort of. I see the resemblance. Yeah.
I don't hear myself though. Stunt double. God. You think I can do stunts? Yeah, nice joke. Replacement has arrived. Chotto mate. Fillion drought is real. You know,
true, Fillion drought is real.
What's happening right now? You guys are just fucking.
I mean, I also, to be fair, I also don't want Fillion to overdo it. Like, you know, there's an extent where, and I'm low-key feeling it. There's an extent where, like, a lot of like Fillion's teasing and a lot of her events and hyping up is, it's a bit overdone. Like, you know, you didn't have to do all that just to fucking tease your return. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Yeah. Technically, you are a VTuber. I am, but technically, I mean, I guess. Do you still communicate with news? Yes. I'll talk to that later. Yeah. I'll talk about that whole technically part later, cause like, technically, again, I feel like if you call yourself a VTuber, you have to do VTuber stuff. You have to be part of the community and the culture. And I guess by that definition, I am, but I don't do VTuber stuff, if that makes sense, right? Yeah. Because in my opinion, the technical definition of a certain something is not enough for you to constitute as that something. Like, for example, let's say you're a Filipino, right? Let's say you're a Filipino, but you've never stepped foot in the Philippines. You've lived in America or in Canada your whole fucking life. You barely even know how to speak Tagalog. You only know it because like you hear your mom occasionally talk about it or whatever, but you don't know anything about the culture. Are you still Filipino? You know what I mean? My answer would be no. Again, I feel like for you to be able to call yourself a certain something, a title, a something that is like identifiable with, you have to actually like culturally identify with it. You have to be, you know what I mean? Like it's I don't have a script, so I don't know how to explain it right now, but that's my opinion on things. Yeah. Is a melee parfait call out? Oh shit. Accidental, but no. Isn't melee is not. Okay, to be fair, I'm pretty sure, my memory could be wrong, I'm pretty sure Millie grew up in the Philippines for a little bit before migrating over to Canada, right? Yeah. Even if the technical definition falls for it. Yeah. Wasn't Filion once the highest subbed EN indie? I'm pretty sure that's I'm pretty sure that was Iron Mouse. Yes. Ethnicity and nationality are two different things. Oh, I mean, I know that, but what I am trying to say is that even if you are technically a Filipino, because you have like flip blood flowing through your veins, I don't know if I can call you a Filipino, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Chan, I sound like
Iron Mouse. Oh shit! True. I mean, I guess it was Filion. Yeah.
People said that a few times as well. Can't be here to set the F-bomb. I can say many
Misagi, if you're a woman VTuber, what would your VTuber avatar look like? I'd be a slime girl. Yeah.
I'm saying, Filion! Oh no, you're gonna cancel me! Yeah, okay, I think the reason why people think I sound like Shy Lily is because they hear the Dutch. Shy Lily is also Dutch, but I do not sound like her. It's just the accent, right? We have Filion.
Oh, she said also Dutch, so she is Dutch. Alright. Wow. Is Deme a Filipina? I would say so, because she lives in the Philippines.
Or GTA 6. Okay, but GTA 6 is coming out soon. Lowercase Filion.
Like Deme is sorry, we're not even talking about this fucking video anymore. Yeah, let's just skip it then. Blah 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 blah. She's not Filion. She made a list. I thought it was pretty fucking funny, right? Yo, dude, that's kind of based. I'm funnier, more charming, and cuter and funnier. Yo, cuter and funnier. Yo, is she based? Is she based, dude? She's kind of based. Yeah. What color your hair? The color of my hair would be like white. Duh. The color of my hair would probably be white with like some golden streaks to it. You know how let's look at like Omega Alpha right now. Fuck. Third stream in a row we're talking about fucking Omega Alpha. You know how in Omega Alpha hers is like white but with like some streaks and some undertones of like violet or pink? Mine would be gold. Yes.
Lies here. No lies at all. I speak more fluent Japanese than you will ever speak your native.
Big badonk kabonk. Medium. Just medium.
English language.
True.
You guys do not know how to type. You guys do not know how to read either, because if you were able to read, you would see I'm not filling up there, but you guys keep wondering if I'm filling or not. Lie to me. Your parents are proud of you. There you go. Nihongo Jozu. So desu yo.
Nihongo Jozu is right. Yo, not a tourist. Wait, she is based. I'm gonna follow her right now. She's based, dude. Not a tourist. Actually likes real anime. Holy fuck. I hope she's serious about this, by the way. I hope she's serious. I hope she's not, yeah. Yo, dude.
It's no Among Us. Valorant. Fuck out of here.
Okay. Do not have friends. Filion mugs me here. Aw. I'll be your friend. Wait, does she actually speak fluent Japanese?
Let's go.
I speak more fluent Japanese than you ever speak. Is that? Whoa, dude.
I do not play bad games like French Lop. I do not play Minecraft. I do not play League. I do not play Root.
Fuck, she's actually kind of based. The energy is a bit different from Filion. Yeah, I agree, but like, holy fuck. Hates Friendslap, Minecraft, and League of Legends? Oh, fuck, dude. She's based. She plays the real games. I think I'm gonna follow her. I'm interested in where her content, where her career will go. Yeah. Oh, she didn't. Oh, she should have said, she's not Filipino. True, missed joke there, but whatever. You're our affiliate now. True. True. I mean, I'm gonna follow her. I'm gonna see where this is gonna go. Yeah. She's stating all the friend slop. Chat, is League of Legends friend slop? The formula for friend slop is easy. You make you make game where objective, where you make good game where there's, sorry, not even good. You make like a game where where the objective is to complete it with a bunch of other people. It's a co-op thing, and you have to make it as entertaining and make your friends suffer. Isn't that what League of Legends is? Like, technically is... Oh, shit, we just talked about how technicality doesn't make you part of the thing. True, alright, nah, never mind. It's not friend slap. True. Does toxic yelling and mindset make friend slap? Yes. Based off of the VTuber clips that I've seen of different friend slap games? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Counter-Strike is... Oh, true, I guess, like, fucking... the CSGO, them CSGO lobbies, not CSGO, those Battlefield lobbies aren't front slap either. You're right. Will you be covering the Ririka situation? It got popular on Twitter. I think I've seen it in passing. I didn't look at it though. Oh no, not that. That was gonna be relevant. I've seen it though. Where is it? Ririka. What did Ririka says? I remember something along the lines of Ririka saying that she's not gonna get married. Oh, there we go. VTuber challenges the taboo of marriage. Hololive Ichijo Rika has just struck at the most sensitive wound in idol culture by openly declaring that she would never ever abandon her career if she were to get married. I think plenty of idols say this, no? Maybe I'm hallucinating, but something in my memory is saying that this happens, like, not that much, but it's not uncommon either. During a stream, the artist quickly clarified she has no partner. Hahaha. However, she emphasized that she detests the idea of deceiving her audience by hiding her personal life. Oh shit, she's all about being fucking, what's that idol name? She's all about being, Ruby. From Oshinoko. Ririka challenged the taboos of the industry by directly asking if her fans would prefer if they learn about her future wedding or live in ignorance, demonstrating a level of... What? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is a nothing burger. Like, this happens. We've had these conversations all the time. This type of conversations in VTubing happens all the time. I mean, it's kind of based, yeah, but it's like, I don't think nothing here is being challenged. Like, idols say this a lot. And a lot of idols say that a lot. Again, not that much, but it's not uncommon either. And they usually, and some of them, most of them even, usually just even say it for the sake of like lying to their audience, to keep them in. Yeah. Ririka is goated? Yes. I always call her the hot one for a reason. Gotta keep the whale happy. That is the intention, yes. Hold on. Nikkei? Number... Yep. Who is this? Oh, okay. I think this page, how do you want to say this? This page has a certain, there's something I can appreciate from this page and something I can't. One, I appreciate the fact that you're covering VTuber news from outside of Japan, from within Japan that are rarely talked about. But at the same time, I think they talk about like nothing burger issues and like over exaggerate them. I understand clickbait, right? But You know what I mean? Yeah, the headlines are kind of trash. Yeah. But I guess that's again. But that's at the same time that is how you pick up views in the news industry these days. So I'm not saying that this is necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's just that it just comes with the net territory, I guess. Yeah. I guess like maybe just I think and I think in general this page is fine, but maybe like how do I want to say this? When you read their content, put it in your head that it may be a bit more than exaggerated. Yeah. CTR war is going on all places. True. Yo, dude. This is Chinese though. This is not Japanese. It's fucking Japanese, but I hear Chinese being spoken through right now. Oh, never mind. Wait. Yeah, that's probably fucking Chinese. I know because it sounds dirty and it sounds loud. Or maybe even Vietnamese. But bass, dude. Yeah, if I were to go on in a dirty ass fucking dirty kitchen, dirty restaurant, and my server or the one that's making my shit is a cute cosplayer, probably I'd do it. Probably I would fucking do it. Yo, I guess? In Nikkei? She's SR though. She's fucking SR though. Holy BM. Holy fucking BM. As a Vietnamese, play it again so I can see if it's Vietnamese or not. I mean, sure. Wait, this is not it. This was another one, but okay. I can't tell the difference between Chinese and Korean. There's you know it's Chinese when they're loud. Chinese how do I want to say this? The way how Chinese people speak is because they're loud. And, you know, in other cultures, it's gonna appear like they're being fucking annoying or that they sound angry. But it's really not. It's just how they talk, I guess. Yeah. The dress is different. I mean, they're cosplaying. So... yeah, I'm just gonna assume it's Chinese. Okay. Huh. Alright. Let's talk about this later. Oh, sorry, not on key. Let's talk about this later. Actually, let's talk about this now. I wanted to react to the Coco stuff, but let's talk about this now then. Okay. So this is where I first heard of the drama. Earlier this week, I was notified by an outside source that Novel Horizons, the company which I released pre-orders for a 1/7 scale figure last year, is going bankrupt. My figures, which were meant to be mailed this June, were never made and I was never paid out. At this time, I were working on solutions to attempt to soften this blow for the fans that trusted in me and made the purchase. Amali, brother, this is like the 4th fucking VTuber company that you worked with that did this shit, bro. The 4th. Oh, this is for, okay, this is for the thing. This is for the contact information. I didn't read this last part. Okay, I'm sorry to fans, blah, 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 blah. Hey, Ama, I know you don't know me, but is there any chance you can DM me about what you know about this? I have close to 1,000 fans who made a pre-order of a $300 for a $300 outstanding and holy, oh yeah, the 300k thing. I remember. I heard nothing from anyone indicating that anything is wrong or that these orders won't be fulfilled. I haven't had any updates either. Yeah. And then we have Zentreya. We have sorry, not Zentreya. Henia over here. I cannot believe that after a year this is happening again. Zentreya over here, a year of the V Shoujo situation, I would like to think is what they're talking about. Novel Horizon. I have a lot to say, but we'll need to confirm a few things before I say anything. Nonetheless, fuck man, I never have any good news anymore. Feels like I'm always getting thrown into something and I'm sure people are tired of it. I'm sorry guys. And then Shondo says, I still don't know enough, I haven't heard anything from directly from the company, but all I can advise right now is that other creators have. If you place an order for your Shundo figure with Novel Horizons, please attempt a refund or file fraud with your bank. I will say as I know more, but all I can say right now is that I have heard nothing at all regarding this from Novel Horizons. At last, the last I heard was a month ago. The sample was still being made. I genuinely don't know anything beyond this. Yup. Then there's Cottontail. Yup. Yup. As far as I can tell, Novel spent all the money and never made a single figurine. Yup. Yup. Yup, yup, yup. So I'm only going to cover the surface level of this. I'm only gonna cover the surface level of this because I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna read this later. I'm not gonna lie. This tweet, not this tweet. Sorry. Oh, let's talk about Camilla too. I've been biting my tongue because the team at Novel Horizons have been nothing but sweethearts for us people. But yeah, in terms of their work, it was done very unprofessionally. My fans pre-ordered the figurines around 2023, and they received them until 2025, 2 whole years later. And when they finally started rolling out, my Discord flooded with photos of the figures being broken or unpainted in certain areas. With all the money my fans spent on it, it makes me very sad. How many times do you have to get screwed over by scams or the like before you realize you might be a problem? I agree mildly. And here's the thing. Usually, I don't want to victim blame. I always hate victim blaming. I do. Right? Chat, I do. I always feel bad for this. But at the same time, when you see warning signs, when you fucking see warning signs from any VTuber merch producing company, why do people just ignore it? That's assuming, of course, that they see the warning signs. But like, VTubers, it keeps happening to the same people too, true. Like, are VTubers just super bad with business? Holy fuck, dude. Holy fuck. Why did no one ever say anything about Novel Horizons? Okay, I'm gonna work with the presumption that a lot of people knew behind the scenes that there was something wrong with Novel Horizons. I don't know anything, but I refuse to believe that every single instant that this has happened, there was no warning signs. I refuse to believe it. I just can't. It happened like fucking five times already, including V Shoujo. It's just unbelievable. Like, this keeps happening. Let's read Zentraya's statement. I started with Novel Horizons a few years back, and I was one of the lucky ones to get it started from the ground up. Kind of a guinea pig in a way, don't get me wrong. They were great. At first, we had a solid communication and a bit of butting heads, but overall, it's what you'd expect from a startup company jumping into new territory. Slowly, we started getting figurines designed out in the little figures. I was freaking happy. I mean, you're an up-and-coming VTuber and you get a figure. That's like insane, right? So they get the first prototype done. It looks awesome. It's not in my hands yet, but it looked cool. A month or so, I received the final. It's a cheap PVC made. It's a material used as a quick mold, but I mean, they put work. There's metal magnets. It's disproportionate. A glowing base, interchangeable parts, but it was fragile and came in broken. My brain is telling me this is bad, so I asked them, "Hey, this isn't PVC. It came in broken." A little radio silence, and they assure me it's PVC. I'm not dumb. It's a cheaper mold that's a step below. What I do know, I say okay. Reluctantly, I'm still new to this. We begin mass production. Radio silence, then pre-orders. Okay. Radio silence. Me and my team ask how the shipping is going. It's a lot of back and forth, and they were getting rude. Orders finally start getting out. Maybe it's because women are generally extremely conflict averse. Maybe mildly. I feel like that's the only I feel like that's the most VTubers, and I guess by extension women, are always conflict averse. Yeah. They usually don't like to butt heads about this. They usually don't like confronting about it for some fucking reason. Maybe. But I don't know. I've never been in those conversations, so I can only rap. Then messages, some rude. Then radio silence. I was already at this point frustrated. They were already working on others' figures. It took us forever to get... Oh, shit! So, shit wasn't already getting made, but they were already working on other people's figures. Alright. Me and my team start getting frustrated at this point with them. At this point, it's professional. how they were unprofessional rather, how they were both unresponsive and how they responded. My community was frustrated too, but we were trying our best while dealing with an uncooperative team. Finally, orders were getting handled, a bit months later now. Then I get word that they were preparing another batch of orders to go out. Little did I know, these freaking geniuses decided to leave them in a storage warehouse with no type of AC or cooling. An entire pallet of my figures melted. Charu! Yeah, they melted. My orders for people who were now 1+ years of receiving nothing have to wait longer. I am mad at this point. I tell my room to let's do what we can because at this point we are dealing with a team who at this point not wanting to work with us anymore and are being unprofessional. We try our best to clean up their mess and we move on because I cannot do anything. And my company at the time had no idea how to handle the situation, so I was left with a mess I had no idea how to handle. I was a guinea pig, and maybe I will have to accept that test runners getting fucked. Jump forward to now. Last year I decided, hey, let me get in touch again because Novel Horizon is doing a really good job all of a sudden with all these VTubers. I am assuming that they are doing much better. Yeah, okay. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. They say they are ready to do another figure. Okay, we begin doing the art and design. They bring me to cons, want to pitch me stuff. Okay, sure. I get a message from my team and friends saying, hey, things aren't looking good for that company and we should halt activities. Of course, so we do, and here we are now. I have come to learn that there are still a dozen of unfulfilled orders that were never taken care of despite being told so. And on top of that, rumors of them holding onto my figures in the back of warehouse potentially. Even going as far as to, again, rumors behind the scenes from their team and then some, saying they wanted to keep some... Oh my god! Holy shit! They want to fucking scalp it themselves! It melted on it melted while on storage. I don't know how if that's possible. So when stuff are made from cheap polymer, plastic, or like some stuff that's not PVC, that's not cloth or whatever, even cloth, it melts. Like when it gets hot enough, it doesn't like melt like you would expect fucking ice to melt. It blends into each other. It gets stuck to other people's figures because the material melts, gets stuck with each other. So when you try to ship it, like pull it apart and ship it, it's like all fucked up. Yeah. Holy shit. Alright. Either way, my experience with them was frustration, anger, tossed to the side, used. Whatever, I let it go because I was inexperienced with this sort of thing. I didn't at the time understand what was going on other than I took it at face value, starting something up and being the rest test dummy along with Melody at that time. And all these VTubers were signing up. No one wants to potentially cry wolf, so I thought to myself, it is what it is, we'll figure this out. Hopefully they learn from me. Zentreya, you need to speak out, man. If not speak out, tell other people. Tell other people. This would have all been avoided. People wouldn't have been fucking scammed if VTubers knew what they were getting into. And if VTubers knew what they were getting into, or like their teams or their management teams or fucking whatever, like you, VTubers talk behind the scenes. Okay, we all know this, but this stuff like this, you guys don't talk about. I just look, man. Call it fatigue, okay? Call it like sympathy fatigue. Once, I will feel bad for you. Twice, I will still bad for you. 3 times, I will say, oh, that fucking sucks. A little bit of doubt forming in my head. The 4th fucking time, I'm gonna say, okay, maybe companies aren't the problem here. Like, maybe, okay, they are the problem because they are the fucking scammers. They are the people that are going to, like, fuck you people so much. But at the same time, either you or a lot of you people or your management team are so fucking stupid. I refuse to believe that there are no warning signs. If Zentreya was able to see warning signs, I refuse to believe that you or your team didn't. Okay? That's just how I see it. Like, if you have entire management teams for this, a lot of these big VTubers do, then how? Why? Shondo, right? Shondo I can believe, because hers was a bit more recent. I can believe she didn't know anything because, again, these people apparently failed to communicate. But even a failure to communicate is a problem in of itself. What are we doing here? I'm so sorry, by the way. I am so fucking sorry, but it's so obvious, to me at least, that this was a fucking Ponzi scheme. No figure was being shipped. The figurines and the plushies melted into each fucking other. And apparently, they're bankrupt. We're gonna read this right now. They're bankrupt. It's so fucking obviously a fucking Ponzi scheme. Right? Like, even if it's not a Ponzi scheme, like, even if I'm wrong, it's not a Ponzi scheme, they still fucking scammed you guys! Today's post comes with the heavy news that we had hoped to never pass. Novel Horizons is ceasing operations. For several years, we worked hard to create and deliver projects to communities and fans who supported us. Yep. Increased logistical production costs, shrinking sales. Shrinking sales?! Shut the fuck up, dude! Shut the fuck up! Like, okay, I understand that you guys had to pay a lot of money for fucking, what's it called? Like, tariffs? I understand that. But holy shit! That forced us to take on debt just to keep operating and ultimately left us assetless without capital. Then refund. I'm so sorry, but if you start a business, the risk is on you. You shouldn't fucking put this on the VTubers, on your clients, and on your fucking customers. No. I refuse to believe that. It's on you. I don't care if you're fucking in debt. You took on this risk, you took on this business, and if it doesn't work, it has to be on you. Why are you fucking dragging people into it? The extended radio silence was the result of nearly all staff being let go in an effort to preserve what little capital remained. The warehouse was running on a 2-person team for months, which is why many packages took longer to ship than usual. Sure. At this time, we want to thank every person who, okay, sure, whatever. At this time, we cannot offer much in the way of solutions, and the remaining hands in the warehouse are working to ship what can be sent out. Okay. We remain committed to doing right by what... Wow. Wow. See, chat. This is why I don't buy indie merch. Maybe it's bad for me for doing this, but I don't buy indie merch. I don't buy official indie merch. I only buy official Hololive merch. You know why? Because Hololive actually does a better job repping the people that they partner with. I know that it will eventually I know that they will eventually get to my shit. Eventually. So if I buy indie merch, you know what I do? I buy fan merch. I buy merch from cons. I buy merch from yeah, stuff like that. Cons, little partnerships here and there, blah blah blah. That's how I buy it. Cause look, even before all of this happened, I just know in the back of my head something is gonna go wrong. Okay? Call me noticing, call it like pattern recognition or whatever. But like my doubts are proving true. And look, I saw this post, right? I saw this post. Where is it? NewsTubers like False ID, Elara, Rima reported on Novel Horizons from the very beginning. They remained skeptical, asked questions about their operations, and warned VTubers on many occasions to be careful getting involved with them, and now it comes to pass. I'm not part of it because I didn't report on Novel Horizons. I didn't say anything because I didn't know anything. It's really easy to discredit and call them drama tubers, but I don't know if people truly understand and appreciate what they do to keep VTubers safe from these frauds. True! And you know why? And you know fucking why? It's because people would rather be retarded than people would rather be wrong. People would rather be the victims, even if they knew, even if they got wrong, they would rather not see the criticism, not see the skepticism, call it haters. They see... I hate this because I've seen this plenty of times. I'm not even talking about my experience with this Novel Horizon stuff specifically, but like any other instance where I show doubt, I show a lot of skepticism for a particular thing, for a particular trend, for a particular company in VTubing. This has happened to me so many fucking times. And people always usually don't want to ignore it. They say I'm just a hater or blah, 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 blah. Okay? And then when it actually happens, even if they got warned, they would still rather play the victim. I'm so sorry, but I hate this trend in VTubing where it's so fucking obvious. A retard like me who has never had any business experience, whose experience in VTubing, especially in VTuber related companies, are stuff that I've seen explode. I've seen the patterns on why they explode. I see why they explode. I see the factors that might make them explode, the common denominators, and I say people, hey, these are the things that happen, and you know what and you know what they fucking do? They fucking ignore it. Even if it's not just me, by the way, it's also other people on Twitter that are skeptical about a lot of things. They fucking ignore it. And they have the gall to... Oh my fucking god, I am so sorry. I get upset at this, by the way. I get upset at this because every single time I try to point this out, I get called a hater. When I point it out, after, you know, the pattern has been noticed, we have noticed, they call me a victim blamer. Okay? They call me a victim blamer. I called out Kamano the day before they announced it. Yeah, I saw a lot of people, including like Armchair, I say a lot of people, including Armchair, getting a lot of heat from that. And then not even like 3 months later, they fucking turns out Armchair had all the right in the world to express healthy, reasonable skepticism, and he gets fucking, you know, he was right all along. And it's for me too. Chat, it was for me too. Again, I don't want to put myself into this sort of situation every single time, because there are occasions where I don't do it. But it's because I don't do it as much anymore because these fucking people don't want to listen. So hey, good on Rima, good on Foss, good on LR, good for Armchair for pointing it out. But I'm going to stop feeling bad for a lot of these fucking VTubers if it happens all the time. I'm gonna stop feeling bad for a lot of these management teams. I'm gonna stop feeling bad for a lot of these customers getting scammed. Okay, actually, no, not the customers, because, you know, when you're a customer, you trust the VTuber, the company, or their management teams or whatever to stick, to, you know, believe it, to make sure that their promises or their fucking whatever is done right? Yeah. But like, again, to a certain point, I can't feel bad for a lot of these people. I'm sorry for a lot of these VTubers. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for saying that, but I can't. Jesus Christ. And look, Lydia says it's more succinctly here. People get upset because you're able to recognize very obvious patterns. Then when you point them out, you're the bad guy. It's ridiculous. True. Oh, Azara's here. True. It's like, come on, man. Come the fuck on. People just would rather. How do I want to say this? I think it's them being what did that other guy say? I think it's a mix of people being like conflict adverse and people just not. People would rather believe. You know what I mean? People would rather believe in something. And maybe there's some nobility that I can see in that. You know, you don't want to be overly skeptical. You don't want to be like the asshole that points out X, Y, and Z. You know, because nobody likes the asshole that like ruins the fun, so to speak. But some people have to be that asshole. Right? And a lot of the time, even if you don't like the asshole, you still have to pay attention to them. It's so fucked. Jesus. And again, I'm not gonna say that like I'm not gonna say that these VTubers deserve getting scammed. Okay, I don't know what happened to them. They may their teams or their managers or their fucking whatever. You know. But yeah, the next look, all I'm gonna tell you guys right now is that the next VTuber merch company that comes out, that's a startup. And if I see a lot of these fucking VTubers partner up with said company again, and then they got scammed predictably again, don't expect me to feel bad for it. Do not. In fact, I'm gonna call them out. I'm gonna call out every single one of them. I'm gonna say they're retarded. They deserve getting scammed because if the next time this happens, I'm gonna say they deserve getting scammed because if this is the 5th fucking time that this happened to you, then you're part of the fucking problem. I'm not gonna read this anymore because look, it's going to be repetitive. But yeah, people getting scammed, blah 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 blah. Yeah, yeah. Jesus Christ. True, Matara saw the signs. I vaguely remember that clip, Mythicas. I vaguely remember that clip about how Matara warned people of certain patterns in X, Y, and Z, and people actually sided not with her, but even chose to like make an enemy out of her or something. I don't remember exactly that clip, but something like that. And it's like, I get that. I get that. Like, holy shit, dude. In my opinion, you don't like, you know, you don't get to act like a victim when the very obvious fucking patterns that you've seen and that anyone has seen every single time is gonna call out. Right? I'm not talking about VTuber agencies and VTuber companies, by the way. Because, you know, VTuber agencies, there's a difference between collapsing because it may not be for you and maybe the business just didn't do well. And, you know, as long as you take it yourself. You know what I mean? But news, people tell me that noticing patterns is racist. Hey, I would rather be a racist than be an idiot. Yep. If that's racist, then yeah, I'd rather be a racist than be an idiot. Because I'm not that smart when it comes to like shit like this, chat. I think I told you guys, I'm not like business smart. But I'm not that stupid. Jesus Christ. If a retard like me can notice it, how can other people won't and don't? That leads me to the conclusion that it's not that they don't notice it. It's that they refuse to believe that they notice it. Fuck me in the ass. Shit, dude. Sorry for ranting and being angry. Yeah. Stop pre-ordering shit? I mean, I never pre-order anything, yeah. Never. People want to hope for the best, which is a mistake. True. Hoping for the best is asking to get scammed. Yeah. Asking to get scammed. Jesus. Anyway, that's all. That's my take for the Novel Horizon stuff. TLDR. Haha. Hehe XD to be expected. Rip people's money. I hope you guys get it back some way somehow. Never trust another VTuber. Okay, maybe okay. Not even don't trust a VTuber merch company ever again. But definitely, if you see red flags, maybe don't. You know what I mean? Maybe don't. Hello, just tune in. What's our topic for today? Oh, we were talking about like the VTuber scam thing from Novel Horizons. Yeah. And yeah. Shit like that. No, they won't get it back, Dian. Yeah, I mean, they did say, I mean, obviously, I don't think it's true that they're saying that they're gonna try and put it back or that it's gonna happen. But they did say something along the lines of, they are going to, do, like, make it up for every people that they fucking retroactively scammed. Like, you know, they're gonna make it up for them or fucking whatever. And maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't fucking know at this point. But, yeah. Yeah. Is generally better to expect the worst rather than the best. Yes. No, I mean, it's true, right? Like, the whole hope for the best, expect the worst thing. That's how I operate. Like, that's usually how I always operate. That's how I have not been in trouble the past not been in serious trouble at least in the past 5 years. Jesus Christ. Now they have no money. Grimmy said there is no chance of a refund from them. Well, I mean, you can still get your merch. Like, you know, even if you get your merch like 2 years later, you can still get the stuff that you paid for. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, hi, Nusagi. Oh, not Nusagi. What? Hi, Rima. I called you Nusagi. Holy fuck. The fuck? Hi Rima, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a fun time. I hope you got a good time even. Hi yourself, Shiro. Welcome to the stream, Reams. Yeah, we were just done talking about like the whole Novel Horizon stuff. Now what I want to talk about actually is yep. Yep. So remember On Key Expo, guys? Remember On Key Expo? So this was the con in the East Coast, apparently, where a lot of VTubers dipped, and more notoriously, SVA, Florks agency, dipped. Like, because of security concerns. And we've had some little drama here and there, some behind the screens DM leaking, where apparently a lot of people were dipping because the owner or an executive or like one of the higher ups of OnKey or whatever, I don't exactly remember, used an AI partnership company, blah blah blah. Yeah. And that's basically it. So people were dipping because of security concerns. People were dipping because they were using AI, and now they made an announcement. Thank you for your patience and support. Over the past month, the new OnKey team have been diligently working to bring this event to the East Coast. We have been attentive to the community's concerns from the start and have explored all possible solutions to address them. One major obstacle we encountered was our previous contractual obligations, which complicated the process of rescheduling the event. Fortunately, with some of those obligations now resolved, we can finally consider moving the event to a later date and are currently in negotiations with the venue. Additionally, our security team is on board to assist us should the event change. Okay, sure. Regarding refunds, we opened a form for attendees to request them almost immediately after the new administration took over. As we believed it was the right course of action, even the tickets were originally non-refundable, we are processing these events in waves, and the first wave has been officially sent out. We kindly ask for your patience, okay? As we move forward, we aim to address various concerns and rumors circulating within the community. We also want to provide a platform for you to ask any questions you may have. Please feel free to reach out via email. Okay, sure. It's a bit of a nothing burger update, but then look at the retweet, okay? Not the tweet, the community note. OnKey has not updated their website indicating a change in convention dates, nor refunded its vendors or guests tickets purchased for the previous date. They also hide their questions Discord channel with months of documented issues. Wow. Yo, this is bad PR again and again. Yup. We have the Titanic sinking. Yup. We have a lot. I know that moods intense and people are impatient. Okay. Yup. Lots of people are upset. And then I see Florx retweeting this shit. Okay, wait. Hold on. It started from Ilara, which started from this person. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's read this. Saline Pegasus. I don't usually post this or get involved in this sort of thing, but any goodwill I have for the hope that this con would do the right thing and get things together is officially gone. They deleted the entire question section of their Discord, including important questions. Mind you, this was the one place people could ask for clarifications and questions. They have now decided to ban/kick anyone asking anything from them. Even if clarification is banned, I got banned and kicked for asking clarifications. I've been civil and... Okay, let me ask the questions. Did you guys really delete the entire questions channel? Hi, please to refer to our announcement that you can email us questions or open a ticket. The questions channel was not an efficient way for us to answer questions. We are entirely new staff and reformulating the entirety of OnKey operating, and therefore will be changed. There will be changes going forward. I'm gonna guess that this is like, are you banned or not banned? Are you guys getting paid? I hope you guys are getting paid. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Skin changers, true. Makes sense. Unfortunately, a lot of the questions were getting buried in the comments, and an open ticket is common for some Discord, so appreciate getting a better hold of what is asked to avoid anything missing. Okay, so far. So you removed the one area/place you allowed for questions to be asked. Now it's ask anything and you will be banned. You have to understand how this is going to look out. Okay, sure, he got banned for that. Yep, he did get banned for that. On key, I would check your staff. All right. We have given everyone places to ask questions. Email us or open a Discord ticket. The channel was not deleted. It was archived, so concerns have been deleted. So concerns have and will still be addressed. The two that were banned were previously warned multiple times for fighting about things that had nothing to do with the event, and it was making people uncomfortable, which was brought to our attention privately, so it was removed. Okay, gotcha. And this Pegasus person says, I never did anything. I was just asking for clarification. And now you're going to try and smear my name. Okay. On-key Expo staff, by the way. With the way people are treating this con in the comments and what I've seen posted about, I'm truly disappointed in the VTuber community. Stop saying VTuber community! That's so fucking cringe. That's so fucking cringe. Whatever. I am sick of VTubers believing petty, baseless rumors that happened years ago, feeling entitled to high-level security when this isn't Twitch con or off-kai. It is a different new con. I know the area. Nobody is going to try and assault you at this con. If they're going to try, and if they're going to do, they're going to jail. This is an extremely LGBT-safe area. So, look, bro. Look, bro. This concern happens because even if TwitchCon can get you easily assaulted, what's a con like this? How's a con like this going to assure that it's not gonna happen? You can't just say trust. You can't just say trust me, bro, when the concern of security is actually valid. You know what I mean? VTubing is like a parasocial, like it has a parasocial air to it. You can't just dismiss that. Like all these context makes it so that you can't just dismiss a lot of these things. The concerns are valid. You know what I mean? Fuck, dude. I'm also tired of the constant fear of AI when 90% of the world has favorable view on it. If you don't like it, don't use it, but accept that some boo, especially companies in tech, they literally have in 2026. Okay, sure. So bro is okay with AI. Okay. Okay. I always okay. Okay, so I guess bro is okay with AI, and that's sorry, misclick. Bro is okay with AI, and okay, sure. Let's look at Elara's thing. Onki is an actual mess, and I highly advise you to avoid this con. Here are a few reasons: mismanagement, lying, procrastination on important matters, a lack of transparency, misrepresenting problems. This is literally about to be a VTuber DashCon. Not quite, because at least DashCon happened. Oh, fuck, dude. Fuck, true. Okay, Florx. Let's look at what Florx says. I don't want to get into Onki. It's beating a dead horse. Haha, get it. I have to say something though in regards to security, since that was a big concern, and I've been alerted multiple times that the person running the convention at the moment has seriously misconstrued what happened. SVA was very involved with Onki. I believed in them to make the con work. We were the title sponsor. I started to see a lot of cracks and grew concerned around March. I brought up security. I had contacts professionally and unprofessionally that ran con security before or could have worked out. Screenshot as me extending this opportunity to the CEO. I was told they have security or at least have something going on. We have approached Onki with a list of concerns in operations, and I believe in May, we gave them a bulleted list of questions we needed answered. All of these questions were simple operation questions which they should have already have answers to. A month have passed and we approached them for their answers, and not one provided us with satisfactory or conductive to a safe and functional event. SVA pulled out not as me or my talents felt that this would be a safe. Okay, good. See, chat? A person that actually recognizes patterns. Sorry. I say this some grace, as I know not all conventions need murder, hobo defense, or buffed out securities at every point with patrols, but it needs something. Hotel staff and local police are not a solution. You at least need to have something. At that time, there was nothing. Even if it's a 0.5% chance that something could get harmed at a con, you need to prevent it or have something in place. I do not know if something since then they have actually gotten security. I do not know their current plans, as I have moved on from trying to help this event. I do know the current CEO as recently as not a month ago has told us people were demanding more security than the average VTuber or agency. I know this from multiple people. I ask you, logically, if SVA or VTubers I have intended to have there needed more security than you could provide, why would I expect or demand the convention to supply this? I could have just contract my own people if I needed more than what was on hand. Our concern was always been if the overall attendee experience and not myself or SVA. True! If I needed more people, I would have provided it myself. The problem is that there was nothing for anyone. Hex, respectfully again, please stop talking about the situation and move on. SVA was attempting our best to help, but our priority was always the attendee experience. Okay, sure. Hex, by the way, was, I think, one of the people, like, managing the con. When is Onki, by the way? Onki Expo. When is this gonna happen? Event? Oh, sorry. A venue? November. Okay, you still have like 2 months out. Sure. Do you have a dedicated security person for like organizing con security? I know a trust person if you don't. We already have enough outside sources to wrangle, so I think we're good for now. Okay. $7.26, by the way. And to be clear, we've always had the security at the convention. The concerns were raised because we were unable to meet the requirements SBA required in the time frame they asked, which is on us. But SBA requires more security than the average VTuber or even agency. Shut the fuck up. SVA requires more security? Wow, dude. Wow. Wow, dude. Alright. Sure. No, I believe Florks on this one. I believe this person is just schizophrenic. I believe that they were trying to downplay how much security you need for an average fucking con. And even if Flork offered, which he did, they wouldn't want to take it. They didn't take it for some reason. Holy shit, I'm getting a bit more unhinged lately. I don't know why. I like screaming more often. Yeah. Fuck me in the ass, dude. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Yeah. No. No. I don't feel bad for any of this. I don't feel bad for any of this. No. Nope. Cons like that. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh shit. What's this? Victoria? We as VTubers need to start talking to each other and more about vendors, merch companies, managers, etc. Because it sucks to see why so many people... Well. Well. I agree. Don't get me wrong, I agree. But I think the more important thing to do is just recognizing patterns. I think that's more important. You recognize patterns, you immediately know what's up. It's news? Yeah, it's newsy. Afraid to get burnt, I don't want to hurt the community at all. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Fuck, dude. Fuck me in the ass, dude. I don't know, man. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. Yeah. Okay. Last stream we're gonna do. Last part of the stream that we're gonna do. K-Son looks back on the V-Shoujo situation a year later. Again, this fucking video has been hanging on my fucking balls since like 3 days ago. And, not 3 days ago, 3 streams ago. And have not done anything with it. I somehow always forget to watch it. So we're gonna watch it now. We're gonna watch it now. We're gonna open her channel even.
One whole year since V少女が事実上ぶっ壊れてから1年がちょうど経ちました。
That's true, K-san.
言うと V 少女自体はまだ倒産とかそういう手続きをしてないので壊れてはいないのかもしれないんですけど、ちょうど1年前ぐらいに V 少女はもう事実上存在しなくなりました。どうも皆さん、ケイソンです。
Hi,
ちょうど
K-san.
1年が経ったってことで、まあ
Screaming
いろいろあ
Nosagi.
れから
Yeah, actually, you know, before I proceed with the video, I've noticed that in my past few streams, I've been screaming a lot more. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my bad week, like carrying over to the rest of my weeks.
どうしてんの、大丈夫っていう方に向けて
Been one year? Yes, been one
動画を
year.
作らせていただこうと思いました。ご存知の方も多いと思うんですけど、軽く説明させていただくと、私のマネジメントをしていた会社がございまして、案件の手配ですとかグッズを発売してくださる時の、いろいろ裏の準備とかそういうのをしてもらってた会社で V 少女っていうところがございまして、そこにね
Remember when we were talking about like that one fucking manager that fucking scammed people? Not sorry, that one not scammed people, sorry. That one director that joined V Shoujo literally as it was collapsing. Yeah, man.
所属させていただいてたんですけれども、去年の今頃にその V 少女が所属タレントから、めちゃくちゃに横領をして、
Yes,
その
they did.
まま失踪したっていう形で、本当に突然だったので何にもわからない状態で1年前の私はどういうことみたいに
どういうこと
なるしかなかったので、まああれからね大丈夫なのかって話なんですけれども、あれからというか一度もないんですけど、あれ以降もないと。
Well, yeah, cause like they can't respond to you because nobody's getting paid to answer. You know what I mean? Yeah.
あれがある最中も V 少女側からタレントへの連絡とか一切なくて、もうそのまんま消えたみたいな感じで、なんか
Dude, Brad L, it wasn't even a manager. They were going to be like one of the head honchos. Bro was going to be an executive and it just fucking collapsed.
弁護士さんからちょいちょい連絡が来てたりはしてたんですけれども、それもなんか消滅して、その弁護士さんもなんか金もらってなかったらしくて、もうやめますみたいな。
Yo, dude. Nice.
そうで
Even the lawyer got
お金
scammed.
かかるしね、普通に考えたら。なので今どうなってるか全くわからないんですけれども、とりあえず横領したまんま消えた以上っていう状態で、私の方はそこからもうずっとマネちゃんと二人三脚でやらせていただいてます。うちのマネージャーのマネちゃんは V 少女に所属する前から私と一緒にやってた人なので、 V 少女にお世話になってた時も V 少女の社員でやってたんですけども、そこから抜けた後は私個人のマネージャーとして今も一緒にやっていっています。あれからいろんな人も会社も結構信じられなくなっちゃって、人ってどうやって信用する
I mean, to be fair, I can give a little bit of grace for Kason. Because like back in 2022 when she joined, again, they just got injected with $11 million. So for Kayson's part, I can understand why Kayson might have thought that was a good thing. Because, you know, you get promised all of this shit, then you see that they have mad money, and, you know, the people there are your friends. It's like, yeah, I would probably also join. Yeah. I didn't like V Shoujo back then because of like their culture, because of what they represented. And yeah, I thought it was kind of shady. But as a talent, you see the money flowing in, you see the money flowing out, it's hard to say, it's hard to call it a scam. You know what I mean?
みたいな、結構人間不信、会社不信、全てにおいて不信みたいになっちゃってたんですけど、いろいろ大変でしたね。よかったら全然事務所とかそういうの関係なくうちと仕事をしてくださいって言って案件くださるところとかもたくさんあって、本当にね個人としてはめちゃくちゃ充実した生活を今でも送らせていただいてるんで、その件に関してなんかいろいろ問題がとか裁判がとかなんかそういう
I'd like some more sponsors and shit,
の
bro.
は全然なくて、むしろそこにも至ってないみたいな感じで、ただまあ私の方は忘れてはないけど平和にやらせてもらってます。
Do you think VTubing will fall off in the future in the West? By fall off, I mean, if you mean, okay, by fall off, if you mean that it will get fucking colonized by these fucking vultures, by these fucking people, the answer is yes. It will happen eventually. Now, I'm gonna gatekeep as much as I can, but, you know, time is limited.
ってことだけねまず報告させていただいて、た がやっぱりこの業界ちょっと闇深いなって思ったのが、
Yes.
V 少女の件があった直後ぐらいにぜひうちとお仕事をしていただきたいです。まあ、ありましたけど大変そうですけど、ぜひやりましょうって。
Oh god, that's every single fucking company, bro. Fucking Niji Sanji collapses. Oh shit, I am so sorry. Look, trust us. We're gonna try and help you. Oh, V Shoujo collapses. Oh, trust us. We're gonna help you. Oh, fucking that one company. What's it called? I even forgot what they're fucking named now. The one VTuber. Oh, Novel Horizons. Yeah, that right. That fucking shit happens, and then fucking everybody goes, "Oh shit, we'll try to help you." Fuck, dude. Fuck off.
くださって、うちの会社は全然安心してくださいって言ってた会社さんが一緒に映像を撮る仕事をさせていただいて、私も収録とか出かけたり結構大事でいろいろやらせていただいたんですけど、そこで関わってくださってた方が途中で飛んでしかも私と一緒に取材とかね、もうほんといろんな方々を巻き込んでやった取材とかのデータをそのまま持ったまま消えたらしくて、失踪。
Holy shit, scammed. Back to back scammed, K-san. Holy fuck.
でまあ結局表に出ることなく、いやうちは絶対大丈夫なんでって笑顔で言ってたあの顔全然忘れられないんですけど、はい、そんなこともあって。
It's like being indie is better than having a company these days. That's a double faceted thing. Because that's double faceted, or double two-way rather. Because if you're an indie, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. But as an indie, because you have so much stuff to take care of, especially if you're big, right? Like there's merch, there's moderation, there's your events, blah blah blah. There's cons and there's there's concerts if you have to do. You have to rely on other companies to do that for you. So those companies can still scam you. You know what I mean? You might not be part of the company, but the company you're still gonna work with will scam you or can scam you still. Yeah.
が闇深いなって普通に思いましたね。そこはちなみに本当に未払いとかはなくて、物として表には出なかったんですけれど。
I wonder if deep down she regretted leaving the forced corpo. I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think so. Yeah. Even back in, because even back in Hololive, Coco always felt like she was indie. You know what I mean? She was the rule breaker of Cover Corp. And while it was fun back then, she got into a lot of trouble, not just because of China, but within Cover Corp itself because of that. And I imagine that right now, because Cover Corp is stricter about these kinds of bullshit right now, I'm gonna guarantee you right now, she will have even more trouble because of it, especially in the JP side of things. So I don't think she regretted leaving the first corpo. I think she regrets. I think the most that she regrets leaving the first corpo is the connections that she's made there. But even then, she could still collab with them in their PLs. Yeah.
あいつがなんか全部映像とか全部持って飛んだせいですいませんお金をお支払いします、ちゃんとお支払いします、大変申し訳ありませんでしたっつって責任を取ってくださったんで。
Yes, that's the problem of being an indie. Yeah, you have no safety rails. A lot of the stuff that happens, people spin it as positive almost all the time too. You are responsible for everything that you make. You make most of your money. You make you earn all of the glory. But at the same time, any of the bad stuff that happens to you is also falls mostly on your shoulders. Yeah, that's why most people would. That's why there's still a market for VTuber agencies. You know, because a lot of that front-loading risk is giving to another company instead of you. Yeah, sure, you have to share 50% of your money with it, but 50%, 60, 70%. In return for like peace of mind is invaluable for a lot of people.
問題は起きなかったんですけど、最終的にその会社さんがそのスタッフの尻を拭った。
In any case, some JP and GG still do things that push boundaries. Yeah, but not K-san. You have to understand, K-san was the reason why those boundaries existed in the first place. K-san would have pushed even further boundaries. Fucking K-san would be the type of person that would make like VTuber GAV, if that makes sense. Actually fucking commission like I don't know, Zoo 3D or fucking some bullshit to make the authentic, official Hololive 3D porn. And she would probably, she would probably push for that. I'm not saying that that's what she'll do, but she's the type of person that would do that, yeah. I'm not saying that like, I'm not saying that GG and like some JP members are not pushing boundaries anymore, but K-san was the type of person that did that to the nth degree.
ですけど、
To be fair, Cover Corp is begging Marine to cover it. True, she does. When the fucking Noelle skin from Holodori came out, she was basically begging to have her just be naked, yeah.
だなって思いました。普通にこういうこと普通にあるんで、この業界結構普通にありますマジで。エンタメ業界怖い。いやこの業界ってね結構ねもう不適合者の集まりなんだよ。マジで
True.
一般社会でやっていけないからこの業界来ましたみたいな。
See, so look, I know a lot of you guys don't understand Kaeson, but she gets VTubing. She understands VTubing more than most people. Ran by people, crazy people who got kicked out of normal society, and that's why they're acting the way that they are,
や
yeah.
っていけないからこの業界来ましたみたいなガチでそういう人が本当にめちゃくちゃ多いんですよ。
Exactly.
私もその一人ですし、まあ
Me too! Me too, by the way.
どちらかというと一般社会でやっていけない人がここでやっていけてる人がここだとしたらどちらかというとやっていけてる人よりもこの辺なんですけ
You're
ど
somewhere in the
やって
middle,
いくには
leaning towards
相当
normal.
な精神的苦痛を自らに強いるみたいなそういうタイプの人間だったんでこの業界来れてめちゃくちゃ嬉しいし全然ね後悔してないし奪われたものよりもこの業界に来て得たものの方が
Yes.
100%、150%、2000% 多いんでいいかなって感じなんですけど、
あ
YouTuber、インフルエンサーとか憧れの世界だと思うんですけど闇ですよ。
Yes.
闇、本当にもう真っ黒。ただやっぱねおかしな人たちが多いからちょっと面白くはある。
True.
正直ネタにはこと書かないっすね。
True!
みたいな
That's right. She's talking to me right
絶対
now.
ありえないようなことが
She's talking to me right now, chat.
平気で怒る。怒っちゃう。起こしてくるもん本当に頭大丈夫みたいな人いっぱいいるから、
Yes.
まあでも引き続きね事務所っていうバックが全然ないにもかかわらずいろんな方々が関わって支えられて全然楽しくやっていけてます。ありがとうございます。先日は個人的にイベントもさせていただいて、まあこれからやること全部個人的なんですけどもう個人って言わなくてもいいぐらいめっちゃ個人なんですけどもう大成功で楽しいイベントさせていただきましてイベントで得られた収益でまたイベントやるって感じで今後はねイベント創業で自転車創業イベント創業でやらせていただきたいと思います。ファンの方と交流する機会って私すごい貴重だし大好きだし楽しいし結構闇深い業界ですけどまあ私の方
True,
は
I still, true, it's a pretty fucked up industry, but I'd rather still be here. You know what I mean? I just have fun here.
楽しく変わらずやらせていただいてますよってことでおかげさまで総長もね楽しくやらせてもらってるんで本当にね IP とか奪われてなくてよかったなっていう美少女関連で唯一マジで良かったことは IP を取られてなかったこと。あれ取られてたらマジ美少女がなくなった時点で総長っていうアイデンティティそのまま消えなきゃいけなかったんで一緒にだからそれだけ本当に良かったなとは思ってますね。総長かわいいねこれ本当に結構質問で言われたのがまた
I'm glad she got to keep her IP. Dude, I mean, that was like VShojo's like basically their entire fucking marketing strat, right? Like, you know, you own your IP. But in the occasion, they actually tried to fucking reverse Uno that on us. Justin Ignacio would be like down on the fucking street bleeding out right now. A fan is probably gonna fucking murder him. I'm just gonna
組んだ
lie.
りとか所属することはありますかっていうのがよく聞かれるんですけどまあそれはちょっと今難しいよね。Trust issues 別に
True
なんか誰かと一緒に何かをやることには何の抵抗もないんですけどそこになんか金銭的ななんか何かが発生するのはもう嫌かも。案件とかお仕事は別ですよ。どっかに所属してそこからお仕事もらう代わりにこれの報酬の何%をみたいな、
Okay
そういう関係にはもう誰ともなりたくないのでまあ個人的にね楽しくやっていきたいなって感じですね。
Make sure that holds up in the next 2 years, my guy.
どっかに所属してた方がいろんな大きな機会をいただけるってことは絶対にそっちの方が有利だしそういうのを逃すことになるんじゃないのと言われたらそれはそうかもしれないんですけどもなんかもう今は自分の心の安定とか、
Peace of mind.
そういうのの方が優先人生の楽しさとか優先もうなんか私なんか一生分の承認欲求もう満たされたからさ
True.
なんかもうありがとうって感じ
True.
もうなんかみんな本当にもう満たしてくれてるから十分あまり欲張っちゃいけないねって思ってます。だからこれ以上はなんか上を目指すっていうかまずはちゃんと自分の信用とか実績とかそういう
That's a good way to look at it, yeah.
のを作り直さ
Because
ない
like, yeah. Okay, so this is a good way to look at it. Because to a certain extent, I think it's valid. Like, there's been a lot of backlash towards Kaeson from a long time ago, because of how she treated VTubing, how she treated companies, her outlook and stuff like that. And many people may feel like people glaze her a little too much, and that she fell off. in terms of like her mindset and like how she sees VTubing, X, Y, and Z, and how she even does VTubing, right? Like I've seen people say that K-Son is a fucking whore or whatever. She's basically nothing but an e-whore now. She's not a real VTuber anymore, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, some of that is invalid. Some of it, I can see why they make that criticism. Some of it are stuff that I think is like pure schizophrenia. And I'm sure K-Son sees a lot of those varying degrees of criticism as well. And she seems to think that, yeah, some of it is kind of valid. And I'm not gonna lie, it's because some of it is, yeah.
いけないなって時間かけて、私は間違ったところを信用しちゃったし、その信用したところをいいところだよっていう風にもいろんな人に言っちゃったから、なんかそういう意味でお前の感覚どうなってんのっていうのは
exactly. Look, exactly. Okay, look, she's self-aware. Okay, that's a thing that I like from my VTubers. Okay, I've always liked this about her. See, when you say, I was about to also comment that, when you say that I've been scammed, I've trusted the wrong people are so mean to me, yeah, maybe that's true. But have you considered the fact that you might just be an idiot? You know what I mean? Have you considered that maybe you're also just a fucking idiot? Holy shit, dude. So the fact that she's even questioning if she's like, you know, she confidence in her own judgment, right? That's a good thing. I'm not saying that K-Son is an idiot, but a lot of VTubers are. The fact that she's even realizing that tells me that she's not an idiot. We all have our moments of idiocy. Like, you know, maybe we fall for things that are too good to be true because maybe we were desperate at that time. Maybe that at the moment that we were joining, there were no recognizable red flags, X, Y, and Z. It happens, right? But it doesn't happen 4 fucking times! But, K-Son is aware. And I think that's a good thing.
崩れたと思ってる自分で。そう私も自分の感覚を信じられないし、まずそこを自分の目の前のね一個一個の仕事を大切にやっていくことによって、だからどでかい企業さんとどでかいなんかタイアップ案件みたいなのはできる
Yeah,
かもし
you
れない
need companies for that in Japan. You need like a part of the reason why a lot of people want to join VTuber agencies, even if they're big, is because of the legitimacy.
けどちっちゃな信用からこう取り戻していって、なんかこれ別に私はなんか悪いことしたわけじゃないんだけど、でもそういうもんだと思うんで、地道に努力していって最終的に大きなことがねでっかくできるようになるまで今は時間かける時期かなと思っています。なので引き続き皆さんね応援していただけたら嬉しいかなと思いつつ、感謝もしつつ生きてる。
K-San always had a head on her shoulders, and I've always liked that. Yeah, me too. I've always gotten the impression that she was a smart cookie. Yeah, she has her moments, but we all have our moments, you know what I mean? Like, even if I don't watch her right now, my respect for her is still immense. Yeah.
そんな感じの近況でございます。ちょうど去年の今頃はね結構絶望しててどうすんの今後みたいになってたんですけど、まあ意外とね時間経つとね忘れるもんですね。なんかあんなこともあったなぐらいに今慣れてるのが良かったなって思ってます。
Yeah. I mean, hey, a colorful life like this is always like something decent. So I went to Taiwan. Oh yeah, the Taiwan vlog. A lot of people were basically calling her a whore because of this video. Yeah. Why is the VTuber scene eating so many L moments? Thank you, yo man. It's precisely because of what K-Son said. Which part of it? Yeah. This industry is just a pack of crazy people who got kicked out of normal society. So every and all implications that come from that is the answer. Is the reason why. Oh yeah, oh yo man, you got like the epic fucking best badge. Hell fucking yeah. Member badge rather. Yeah, no, that's basically the reason why. That's basically the reason why like the industry keeps tanking else, and you know, and to a certain extent, you know, I'm gonna call myself out here. To a certain extent, I like it this way. I like the fact I call them out, I shit on them, I laugh at them. But VTubing wouldn't be fun if the industry was not ran and was filled by a bunch of retards. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be fun, you know, at least for me. Like, I like the chaos sometimes. Not if the chaos was happening to me, but I understand and love the chaos. Yeah. You cannot convince me that famous mean girls from being VTubings are thrown out of society. Were thrown out of society or were the mean girls themselves. Yeah, that is true. I believe that. Oh shit. Oh, it's gonna be live in an hour. Alright. Well, I mean, chat, I think that's going to be it for today. That was the last video I wanted to react to, the last content I wanted to see. We have fucking Advent's anniversary coming up, and I would like you guys to watch it. I'm not gonna... let's see if I can raid anyone, and hopefully they'll raid you too. Let's see, who can I raid? There is nobody I can raid right now. Alright. I'll see you guys then. I'll see you guys on the next video. Next stream, next video. And go watch Console's third anniversary! Wow! Wow! So yeah, bow this shit. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye! Bye-bye. Womp womp that shit.